Very good afternoon to my dear students. I think many students have joined the class. So should we start with the class? Or I should wait for few students to join? What about these three students who never attended the classes? They don't attend the class? It's R, okay, Ram. What's the status? They never attend. Okay. So in continuation with the previous lecture, today we'll wind up with the first unit. In continuation with the LSI systems, the numerical we were simplifying. So the basics are your different properties of LSI systems and Z transforms. So this numerical I think I have given you to simplify. Have you started simplifying it? Okay. So what is the answer? What's the answer? Please mention you got the answer or not. It is a second order difference equation. Okay, x of n, you can take it as del of n for impulse response. You can find out h of z by other way also. You can first take the z transform of this equation. How you simplify it? By first taking z transform of this equation, or z transforms you can take, then take out the common terms of y of z and x of z. Divide yz by x of z, you will get h of z. So h of z equation is 1 plus 2z inverse upon 1 minus 3z inverse minus 4z to the power minus 2. You got this answer or not? And tomorrow I will give you assignment of the subject. Please complete the assignment, prepare its soft copy, and upload that on Google Classroom. So have you simplified or not? No one is responding. I'm not getting. Have you simplified, students? You got this equation or not? H of z. Yes, Aditi, Avantika, Amisha said yes. So is it easy to get this equation h of z? Then what I have to do? I have to find the impulse response. This is the impulse response h of n. Then I have to find the magnitude and phase spectrum. How I will find the magnitude and phase spectrum? Phase is given by Okay, we will find out phase for the next numerical. Here we have just asked with the impulse response. So impulse response is h of an equation and h of z is this. So this simplifies your numerical. Now we will simplify next numerical. Shubham is waiting. So next numerical, taking z transform, h of z. Students, write down this numerical in your copy. So how to find the h of n? Impulse response हम कैसे find करेंगे? First we will find out h of z. Determine the impulse response h of n. This I have to find h of n. Okay. So I have first found out h of z from the given equation. Second order difference equation is given to me. h of z find कर लिया. अब मुझे क्या करना है? I have to find inverse z transform because I want to know h of n. So how I will do that? So what I am doing in z transforms, you have studied different methods to find the factors. I am having h of z. These are my factors of this equation. Now I have to find separate equations because I want to know its inverse z transform. So it is not possible to find out inverse z transform of this equation. It is not easy. You can't remember. So what I will do, I will split, I will factorize, I will have this kind of equation by finding f of z is equal to h of z upon z. This z is over here. I am having one factor in the numerator and two factors in the denominator. So a1 upon z plus 1 plus a2 upon z minus 4. Okay, this equation. Then how to find a1? a1 is equal to z plus 1 f of z at z is equal to minus 1. This factor at z is equal to minus 1. Okay, what is my z plus 1? This z plus 1 into f of z. a1 z plus 1 into f of z at z is equal to minus 1. So I will get this equation. Because now what I will do, I will put f of z over here. This equation, so z plus 1 will get cancelled out. I will get z plus 2 upon z minus 4. Is it clear? Then this I will simplify at value z is equal to minus 1. This I am doing because I want to find each and individual term of h of z so that I can find out easily h of n from that term. So next step to find a2. How I will find a2? a2 is equal to, क्या होगा equation? z minus 4 into f of z. a2 is equal to z minus 4 into f of z at z is equals to 4. At z is equal to 4. So I will substitute f of z over here. So what I will get? Z plus 2 upon z plus 1 and z is equal to 4. So I will get a2 is equal to 6 by 5. Here a2 is equal to 6 by 5 term I will get. a1 I got minus 1 upon 5. Clear? Then what I will do? Therefore, I will substitute these values. So h of z upon z is given by minus 1 by 5. See, generally what happens? Why we are taking z outside? Because either there are 2-3 ways to find out these factors. This is one of the method. So here what we assume that denominator power should be more than the numerator. If it is equal, then take z over here. So we'll try that denominator power should be high. This is second order and this is first order. It becomes easier to simplify the equation. We can have same powers also, but neither numerator power should be greater than the denominator. That condition will violate the equation. So always this power should be greater than the numerator power, so it becomes easier to simplify. Then we can use this technique to simplify, otherwise you have to use some other technique. So h of z upon z, we got this. Now h of z, I will multiply this z over here and I will get this equation. Now I will directly take the z transform of this equation. Why I am doing so many steps? Because I have to find impulse response h of n for the system described by the second order difference equation. Difference equation consists of output as well as input. So any doubts, students, anything you want to ask over here? Have you wrote this question in your copy? Because in exam numericals will be asked. Any doubt? Anything you want to ask? Okay. So have you did it in your copy? Because see, you won't remember all these things. If it is written in your copy, you can revise it anytime. So you wrote in your copy or in your diary, in your notes. So what is the inverse transform of this? This is of the kind unit step z upon z plus 1, z upon z minus 4. So what I will get? Minus 1 by 5 minus 1 to the power n plus 6 by 5, 4 to the power n u of n. Unit step function. You can see the z transform of such kind of function. You will get very easily how I have to take its inverse. Okay. So shall we move ahead or I should wait for a few seconds? Okay, so simplifying next numerical, write down the next numerical. Find the magnitude and phase responses. Find the magnitude and phase responses for the system characterized by the difference equation, and the equation is given to you. And see what you can see regarding this equation. Is there any difference between example 5.25 and this 5.24 equation? Can you tell me? Yes, who can tell me the difference? Yes, Aditi. Is there any difference? Other students also, you can write in the chat box. Which one is recursive? The first problem or the second one? This equation or the current numerical which we are simplifying? Second one is recursive. Okay, what do you mean by recursive? Yes, Avantika, Amisha. Is the answer given by Aditi right? Please, students, reply. xn xn minus 1. So is it recursive system? And what is the difference? See, you can turn on your mic if you want to speak out, because it's not easy to write the answer. What is the logic? This equation and that equation, how both differs? Logic is very simple. हमेशा
yes, ma'am.
अटेंड नहीं की थी क्या रिकर्सिव की बेटा? हाँ, कौन बोल रहा है?
मैम है ना फर्स्ट इक्वेशन में मे बी मतलब पास्ट मतलब y ऑफ n y ऑफ -2 मतलब पास्ट पे डिपेंड कर रहा है फंक्शन.
हाँ, पास्ट आउटपुट्स. y मींस इट्स आउटपुट.
यस मैम.
और सेकेंड इक्वेशन में क्या हो रहा है?
सेकंड वन में मैम रिकर्सिव है मतलब जो x ऑफ n और x ऑफ n माइनस 1 है वो मैम जो एक ही है ना जो उसका जो कोफिशिएंट है उस पर डिपेंड कर रहा है.
किस पे डिपेंड कर रहा है? क्या लिखा है उस इक्वेशन की कोएफिशिएंट्स?
प्रेजेंट आउटपुट मतलब प्रेजेंट इनपुट में.
It is only input. It is not present. Present input is my x of n, and these are my past inputs, x of n minus 1 and x of n minus 2.
यस मैम.
समझ में आ रहा है? सेकेंड इक्वेशन only depends on my present input and past inputs. Clear?
यस मैम.
हाँ. और अदिति, फर्स्ट में क्या हो रहा है? वापस बताओ.
फर्स्ट में y ऑफ n और y ऑफ n माइनस 1 n माइनस 2 मतलब पास्ट आउटपुट पे डिपेंड कर रहा है.
क्या डिपेंड कर रहा है पास्ट आउटपुट पे? प्रेजेंट इनपुट या प्रेजेंट आउटपुट? Present output is my y of n, which I want to find out, and it depends on the values of present input, past inputs and past outputs. Clear? So such kind of systems are known as, ये किस चीज का एग्जाम्पल है जो हमने पिछली क्लास में बहुत अच्छे से डिस्कस किया था? दिस इज द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ, एनीवन कैन टेल?
मे बी नॉन रिकर्सिव.
इट इज बेटा रिकर्सिव. ये उस दिन भी तुम लोगों ने बहुत मिस्टेक की थी क्लास में. दैट डे ऑल्सो आई क्लैरिफाई कि this kind of system is recursive because it is having feedback. Recurrent outputs are also going to the input side.
मैम इन दोनों में कंफ्यूजन हो रहा है.
नहीं, कंफ्यूजन क्यों हो रहा है? इट्स वेरी सिंपल. इफ इट इज डिपेंडिंग ओनली ऑन द इनपुट्स, इट इज फाइनाइट इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स सिस्टम्स और इट इज नॉन रिकर्सिव फिल्टर, नॉन रिकर्सिव systems. And whenever output is depending on output values as well as input values, it is recursive system, feedback system. It is known as infinite impulse response system. So is it clear now?
Yes,
For all
ma'am.
the students, don't get confused, because next to next unit is totally based on this system response, IR and FIR. Clear? Yes, is it clear to all? Any other doubt? Any other student is having? See, some students are like 3-4 classes they miss and then they join one of the class, so they won't get anything in DSP because it is all interrelated, and we move from very basic concepts of signals and systems which are related with DSP. So first one was my recursive system. It is the case of infinite impulse response. Now simplify this second question. All of you please simplify this question. This is of type non-recursive systems, finite impulse response system. तो क्या है इसका Z ट्रांसफॉर्म? आ गया सबका? I got y of z. It's very easy. शिफ्टेड सिग्नल का Z इनवर्स बहुत इजी होता है. Z inverse x of z, z to the power -2 x of z. Okay. Then I will find out h of z, which is yz upon xz. So I got this equation. Clear? Now I will find out the frequency response. Whenever it is asked for the frequency response, in the previous class I have discussed one chart in which all the relationship between Z transforms and frequency domain were discussed. If I want to find the magnitude and phase response, I have to shift Z transforms towards Fourier transforms. I will replace Z by e to the power j omega. So this is what we have done. Z is replaced by h of ej omega in overall equation. So I will get this new equation. Is it clear? Now I will simplify this equation. Can you do it by your own? Because I have discussed the steps of magnitude and phase response. इसके आगे कर सकते हो?
हेलो मैम.
What happened, Amisha?
मुझे एम्पलीट्यूड वाला नहीं आता है. आप उसके बाद वाला एक बार बताइए ना.
That we will discuss. That's why I was asking. Do you remember? Okay, so we will simplify that. So what I have to do now?
मैम एच ऑफ पावर जे ओमेगा फ्रीक्वेंसी रेस्पॉन्स.
This e to the power j omega is taken out common to get a standard equation in terms of cosine and sine. So this you have to apply your trick. How you can get the equation in terms of cos and sine. So I have taken out. यहाँ तक तो समझ में आ गया. Z को हमने replace किया है. Then I have taken out e to the power minus j omega out, so that I will get this equation e to the power j omega plus e to the power minus j omega upon 2 क्या होता है मेरा 1 plus cos omega into e to the power minus j omega. So I got this equation 1 by 3 1 plus cos omega e to the power minus j omega. Then what I will do, the magnitude response means magnitude of this equation where all the real and imaginary terms comes. Here there is no imaginary term. It is there, sorry, this one, e to the power minus j omega. Clear? Which won't be contribute to the magnitude of this equation, which will contribute to the phase phi of omega minus omega. This concept belongs from here. This h of e to the power j omega, I got this equation. See, this is the standard equation. This you have to remember. उसमें से मैं मैग्नीट्यूड भी निकालूंगी और फेज एंगल भी निकालूंगी. फेज डिपेंड्स ऑन द इक्वेशन e to the power j phi of omega. And what is my magnitude? It is the real square plus imaginary square. This is the equation for magnitude and this is the equation for phase. Tan inverse h inverse upon h real. From here we can find out. So here I got magnitude as 1 by 3 1 plus cos omega and phase response phase angle will be only minus of omega. In next example it will be more clear. Is it clear? So right now next question. Find the impulse response, frequency response, magnitude response and phase response of the second order Z transform of the second order system given by equation लिख लो y of n minus y of n minus 1 plus 3 upon 16, here it's 3, plus 3 upon 16 y of n minus 2 is equal to x of n minus 1 by 2 x of n minus 1. Have you written this equation? This numerical is having everything in it. इससे ज्यादा कुछ भी नहीं पूछा जाएगा तुम्हारे LSI systems में. So it will clear all your concepts over here. So this is the equation given to you. We are simplifying with me na, because it will become difficult otherwise. बाद में कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा, साथ में करते रहोगे तो क्लियर हो जाएंगे सारे कॉन्सेप्ट्स. So this is given to you y of n equation. What I have to find? First I have to find the impulse response. What are the steps to find impulse response? First tell me that. To find impulse response, always you can use this. Substitute x of n is equal to del of n. And hence, whenever input is multiplied by the impulse response at the output, you will get the system response only. Y of n is equal to h of n. So what I am doing, y of n की जगह मैंने सब में h put कर दिया है और x की जगह del put कर दिया. I can take out z transform of this, or I can directly find out z transform of the given equation. इस इक्वेशन का मैं z ट्रांसफॉर्म फाइंड करूंगी, y of z by x of z करूंगी और h of z फाइंड करूंगी. सेम थिंग वी आर डूइंग हियर. सो h of z, इसका z ट्रांसफॉर्म होता है h of z. दिस z ट्रांसफॉर्म इज z इनवर्स h of z. 3 by 16 z to the power minus 2 h of z is z transform this term. Del n का z transform 1 होता है. It is 1 by 2 z inverse. Clear? So we got this equation. Now I will find h of z. H of z is equal to taking common terms and dividing it. So I will get h of z. Is it clear? Anything you want to ask? Okay. So h of z term is this. This is my h of z. What I am doing here, always whenever I am simplifying h of z to get h of n, the powers should be changed. This simple tricks I am telling you so that you should not get confused. Okay. So z minus half, z square minus z plus 3 by 16. This I have converted the powers by multiplying and dividing it by z to the power t. It's as simple as that. Okay. So I will get this term or take out z common from here. Get, because z inverse means 1 upon z. Okay. So now I will factorize the terms. About terms I am having a single factor z minus half. इसके factors क्या हो जाएंगे मेरे 1 by 4 and 3 by 4 to get 3 by 16. So these are my factored terms to simplify h of z. Okay, again I am having numerator denominator powers are same. So I will take z over here to the left hand side, h of z upon z, and the equation will be split as a1 upon this plus e2 upon this. Clear? Now find out the factors a1 and a2. Tell me fast. I'm waiting for your answer. Is it audible to all? Okay, both are 1. Find कर लिया. Any other answer? Very good. Three students have simplified, others waiting for others reply. It's not that tough to find out the factors A1 and A2 coefficients. Sorry, A1 and A2. No other response from the class? Okay, very good. So the correct answer is, who is 100% sure? Correct answer is 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Yes, Aditi, Shubham, that's right. It's 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Okay, so please check what mistakes you are doing, or you can have a photo of your friends copy how they are simplifying. You can share your notes while simplifying if others are not getting. Okay, so A1 and A2 are half. After that, what I will do, I will put this value in the above equation and I will get this equation. These are the factors which I got by simplifying A1 and A2 conditions. Then what I will do, multiplying Z over here. Now who will tell me the answer? Who will tell me the answer? आंसर क्या होगा इसमें आप? Impulse response, that is h of n. So what is h of n here? Is it easy to write down h of n from this given equation? From this equation, z यहाँ multiply हो गया तो h of n क्या होगा? Can you write? Okay, बेटा. Amisha needs practice actually. थोड़ा practice करोगी तो हो जाएगा बेटा. Don't worry. Simplify some numericals by your own. Take out Z transforms, PDFs or notes from the book. And how to simplify Z transform. Z transform आ गया तो ये सब काम easy हो जाएगा. Okay, anyone can tell me the answer of this? क्या आएगा इसका आंसर? Taking inverse Z transform, we have the impulse response as half 1 by 4. Very good. To the power n. plus half 3 by 4 to the power n u of n. Very good. This is the answer, perfect answer, u of n unit step response you will get. So this is my h of n. Okay, now what I have to find? I have to find the frequency response of the equation. The frequency response is given by, this is my equation h of z, जो हमने यहाँ से find की थी. The same equation I'm writing over here in different way here. Because I have to find the frequency response, so what I will do, I will put z is equal to e to the power j omega. I will substitute it, simplify it, will collect all the real and imaginary terms, and then I will find out the magnitude. So h of z at z is equal to e to the power j omega. This is the important condition to find out the frequency response. So h of e j omega half 1 upon this equation. Clear? Now magnitude and phase response. Directly here we haven't simplified because it is getting complicated. So we are directly writing the magnitudes of this. You can do this also. If it is easy, simplify it, or otherwise conclude it over here. Because it is not possible to simplify it. इसको पूरा मल्टीप्लाई करोगे, स्क्वायर के पावर्स आएंगे, बट यू कैन सिंप्लीफाई दैट वेरी इजी. एंड फाई ऑफ ओमेगा इज this omega plus argument this equation minus argument this minus argument this. That is my phase angle. You can simplify, somewhere it becomes easy to simplify. So there you can simplify depending on the marks. If it is asked for lesser marks, don't simplify it. If it is asked for 20 marks question, then simplify it a little bit. So write down the next example so that we will finish up this class. We will start with DFT next class. Determine the frequency response, magnitude response, phase response, and time delay of the system given by. This is the system given to you. Now we all know the steps to find the frequency response directly here. No impulse response was asked. Okay, so to find frequency response of this, first take out Z transform. In terms of Z, you will get the equation, put Z is equal to e to the power j omega. Okay, put Z is equal to e to the power j omega, you will get this equation. Now to find magnitude response, I will substitute. Here I am having a single term of e to the power j omega, so I can substitute it and I can find out the values. So what I will get, e to the power minus j omega is cos omega minus j sin omega. माइनस है तो ये प्लस हो जाएगा, ठीक है. e to the power minus j omega I am putting it in the terms of cos and j sin. ऊपर वाले इक्वेशन को भी तुम सिंप्लीफाई कर सकते हो. हर जगह e to the power minus j omega को पुट करके सारी टर्म्स इक्वल करके you can find out. Then e to the power minus j omega in the denominator is this. What I am doing here, I am trying to simplify it. So for simplification of this equation, I have to find the magnitude. Magnitude square मैं निकाल रही हूँ यहाँ पे. So I will get 1 minus cos omega square, this whole term square plus sin square omega. This is my real term, square of real term plus square of imaginary term. Similarly, square of real term plus square of imaginary term. Simplifying this in your copy, you will get cos square omega plus sin square omega होता है 1 और बीच में आएगा तुम्हारा cos omega. So this equation you will get after simplifying. So you can write from the notes, from the slide which I am sharing with you, and you will get this equation. So what will be my magnitude? ये square निकाला था मैंने क्योंकि इसको simplify करना था. I want to make it easier to for simplification. So now again taking root of that, root of this, I will get the magnitude h of ej omega. Clear? Next, to find the phase response, phi of omega, tan inverse each term of numerator. This is my numerator and this is my denominator. इसको इससे माइनस करूंगी तो आई विल गेट द बेस टर्म. तो tan इनवर्स इमेजिनरी अपॉन रियल sin ओमेगा अपॉन 1 minus cos ओमेगा minus tan inverse. This is for denominator, half sin omega upon 1 plus half cos omega. Clear this term? Is it clear? Phi of omega. ठीक है. Then I will put this as phi 1 of omega, this term, and this term as phi 2 of omega. So I got my phase value. And now I know what is the time delay. Time delay is differentiation of phi 1 with respect to omega. So tau 1 of omega and tau t of omega will give you the total tau. That is time delay. So individual time delay मैं find करूंगी. Differentiation of phi 1 term. This is my phi 1. And differentiation of phi 2. So total mathematics, the concept of maths should be clear to simplify this numerical, and lot of practice is needed. You will practice it, you will get how to simplify the numericals. You will get easy tricks also, you will remember some formulas also, so that will become easier. Clear? So this I am getting tau of omega, tau 1 plus tau 2. This is tau 2 and this equation is tau 1. Adding these two equations will give me tau. So this is my delay. Okay. So likewise, there are many examples of LSI system. This is one more example. This is again one more example to find frequency response, magnitude and phase. See, sometimes they can ask you to plot also. Here it is given. You also give geometric interpretation. So what I will do, I will vary the angle omega and I will find out. So here see, I have find out h of z. उसके बाद मैंने frequency response निकाला, उसके बाद मैंने magnitude निकाला, then phase response. This is my phase response. After that, I am plotting magnitude and phase response for different values of frequency. Magnitude 0 hertz पे क्या होगा? 0 hertz omega, I will get 0 value. For 10 hertz, I have to put 10 hertz over here and I have to calculate all the values by calculator. And then I have to plot the graph. So graph will be like this. Geometric interpretation of M and phi. Different angles I have to plot. 1 by 4, 1 by 2. This is real and imaginary. Generally, this question is not asked to plot. Till here only you will get the question. So this completes your unit 1 and LTI system interpretation with all the basics of signals and systems. Next class we'll start with discrete Fourier transforms. So any